Hello friends. So today we are starting a series known as PYQ, Repeated Themes of Sociology. So if we see specifically the paper 1 of sociology, around 150 marks of question comes from repeated themes which are static in nature, and those are the opportunities for maximizing your score. In those questions, you can score up to 60% marks, and that will boost your overall marks. So the first topic which I am going to discuss is the emergence of sociology. UPSC has asked this question by twisting several times. Sometimes they have asked about the role of enlightenment, sometimes about the intellectual development, sometimes about modernity. So all of these we will discuss in this video so that you will be able to handle any question comfortably. So the first of all, we will see historical background of sociology. So what was happening is earlier European society was marked by feudalism. Feudalism is a kind of structure where the society was not governed by principles like equality, liberty, etc. It was prescriptive in nature. That is, someone born in an affluent class will have all the rights which will be more than the person who is not born in affluent class but a humble class. So it was a completely hierarchical society, and church was playing an important role. Church was over powerful. They could decide anything, and the kingdom as well as the church were having a kind of reciprocal relationship. The authoritarian behavior of kings were often legitimized by church, and in return church were given a lot of power, money, etc., etc. So this was the condition of Europe of that time period. And then a never before event, French Revolution, happens. Now French Revolution we will discuss in the later slides in detail, but it was a never before event, an event that shook the whole society of Europe from the top to the bottom. The whole hierarchical structure was challenged, and the despotic regime as well. That led to some of the changes which were never before, which were initiating a change which needed a new discipline to understand it. A new discipline which can understand the changes that were brought after French Revolution and the modernity that subsequently will come. What is modernity? Modernity is a philosophy or a kind of arrangement of society in which the social organs and their organizations are governed by rationality and not by the whims and fancies of religious values or by the king's dictum. So that is a loose definition of modernity. The modern values are not necessarily Western. It could be even the traditional value which are rational. They will be also modern. Okay, so you need to understand it. However, modernity led to several challenges. When a society will be shoot from the bottom to the top, there will be several challenges, and to study those challenges, there will be birth of a subject which is known as sociology. Okay. Now, factors responsible for the emergence of sociology, we will try to understand one by one. So, the first thing is Renaissance and Enlightenment. So, what is Renaissance? What is Enlightenment? It was a kind of intellectual awakening. That is, now they started challenging the values which were unequal in nature. They started challenging religious values which were not rational, and they started believing in scientific ideas which can be proved, which can be seen, which can be tested, which can be empirically tested, and the ideas have similar result irrespective of time and space. So this was their tilt, and there were several thinkers who rose to the prominence, and people began thinking abstractly, challenging religious authority. They started questioning why this particular value should stand if it is not sufficing any need, if it is unequal in nature, if it is harmful in nature. And then they also started doing a kind of a causal analysis, the cause and effect of phenomena. And this was brought by several philosophers and thinkers, whether it was Rousseau. Rousseau challenged the despotic regimes and the unequal order. He was of the thinking that a man is born free, a child is born free, and then he's everywhere in shackles. Okay. There were several thinkers, several philosophers who were from France, Auguste Comte, and then Durkheim, Herbert Spencer, Charles Darwin. Everyone will play a role in it. Hobbes, Locke, everyone will play a role in it. Then French Revolution, it was a kind of political revolution, but having a wide social implications. And it established a republic based on the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity. So these three ideas or virtues came into prominence in the world through French Revolution, and it inspired movements for democracy, nationalism, and human rights throughout the world, not only in the Europe but also throughout the world. Even in our constitution, the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity are inspired from the French Revolution. Now, the third and one of the important factor was Industrial Revolution. So it was a technological revolution that started from Britain, and that transformed mode of production, transportation, and communication. So it shifted the economy from agriculture to industry and created new social classes. Now people had to move to urban centers, work in factory where the working hours were more. Their condition became for workers, the condition became deplorable. There was increase in instances of nuclear family. New range of crimes, urban nature of crimes developed. There was breakdown of traditional system. So all of these was the effect of the cause. Cause was industrial revolution. Effect was all these things. Then urbanization. So it was a process that increased the population and size of cities. Mega cities started developing. If you know that London was the first city which first became the having a million population, so such kind of mega cities developed, resulting from heavy migration from rural to urban areas. New social problems, abject poverty, crime, pollution, etc. developed. Now we will see the Enlightenment in detail. So there were mainly 3-4 principles. The first was that Enlightenment was challenging the traditional authority of religion, monarchy, and aristocracy. So it was emphasizing reason, rationality, and individualism. Reason, rationality, and individualism as source of knowledge and progress. So the traditional values were emphasizing on collective orientation, and they were more emphasizing on religious values. So all of these were challenged. Then a spirit of inquiry was also fostered. So curiosity, inquiry, criticism about what is happening in the society, and which is seen as something institutionalized, but they started challenging it. So it contributed to the development of human knowledge, culture, and society. And then modern thinking. So both Enlightenment and sociology were product of the modernity, making a radical change from the traditional thinking of feudal Europe. Now we will see in detail the Industrial Revolution and how it led to emergence of sociology. So Industrial Revolution also ignited intellectual curiosity because there was fast moving changes and challenges brought by Industrial Revolution. So they sought to apply scientific methods. Now, if you see the study of suicide or the mechanical solidarity to organic solidarity, the theories given by Durkheim or Marx, all were trying to compare the earlier society with the modern society. They all were taking a historical approach. Okay, and then it created a need for new information about social condition and problems. And sociologists provided data and statistics by conducting surveys and experiments, etc. New concepts on family, culture, belief started coming, and it also started studying social action, social movements, democracy, human rights, social justice, all were studied. Then we will see in detail the effect of French Revolution on sociology. So the French Revolution questioned the stratification system, which was ascriptive in nature, which prevailed throughout the Europe, and introduced ideas of equality, liberty, and fraternity. Now, founding fathers of sociology like Auguste Comte, Emile Durkheim, Karl Marx are influenced by the French Revolution in their sociological theories and concepts. And thinkers like Rousseau, Voltaire, Montesquieu, contributed to the development of sociology by providing new insights and perspectives on society. And the ideas of natural rights, popular sovereignty, civil liberty, separation of power all emerged after the French Revolution. Now we will see who are the founding fathers of sociology. So Auguste Comte was the one who coined the term sociology and proposed a positivist approach to discover laws governing social order and progress. Now they were trying to understand the society through scientific methods, through laws, through a laws governing social order, an approach which is non-biased, and this approach was known as positivist. Then Emile Durkheim, he established sociology as an academic discipline focused on social facts and phenomena like division of labor, religion, society, that we will learn in the upcoming lectures. Karl Marx, he was the one who gave a conflict perspective, a critical perspective, and he gave primacy to economy over any other facets, religion, culture. He said that economy is main. If the person has no ownership of force of production, or he has no ownership of relation of production, that is, he do not own machines, he do not own how the relationship will exist between the owner and worker and between worker and worker, then his he's governed in all spheres, whether it is culture, religion, politics, media. So this is edifice. And then Max Weber, he was a kind of a interpretivist, and he was taking a middle ground between the positivist and the conflict perspective. So he was trying to give a middle ground, and he gave lots of theories on rationalization of social institutions like bureaucracy, like religion, you know, and he gave a new methods as well for scientific investigation like Wastian. Now the development was not something which started in 18th, 19th century and stopped there. It is continuously developing. So there are various other methodologies like functionalism. So it views society as a system of interrelated parts, like a human body. So eyes are performing something, legs are performing something, hands are performing something. Likewise, these all the societal organs are performing something to integrate the whole society. So this is known as functionalism. And conflict theory, as given by Karl Marx, view society as groups competing for resources and power. The fight between have and have-nots, and focuses on conflicts and inequalities among social classes, races, and genders. And there is another methodology, symbolic interactionism. So it views society as a product of social interactions based on symbols, meanings, focus on identity and reality construction through communication. Okay. Feminist methodology, it applies feminist principles to study society, focuses on issue of women, marginalized group, challenges male domination assumption in sociology, like the gender is a natural construct. So the thinkers like Anne Oakley, Sylvia Walby, Karna Ahmad, they said no, it's a construct, social construct. It's not a natural construct. And then postmodernists, they try to challenge the concepts of the functionalist. They talked about the fallout of science and modernity, and they also talked about failing or reduction in the relevance of meta narratives or big narratives. Okay, instead of big narratives, it's small social changes which are impacting nowadays the society. So that was they talked about. So I hope this lecture was helpful. Take care. Best wishes.